Welcome back, gamers. This is part 12 of the walkthrough of the Lost Crown done by Elven Angel. In this video we're going to be checking out the mysterious Ager house that we found out from the journal that we opened in the last video. Now, we know that the house was somewhere near the tracks.
The tracks? The fens? Perhaps this Ager character lived along the train line.
Pretty much.
A possible lead.
And the only station that we have access to the tracks here is Sedgemarsh, the one that we came from.
There's something wrong with the signal. Is it stuck? That's not right. There's something wrong with the signal. Is it stuck? There's something wrong with the signal. Is it stuck? That's not right.
I think that's beyond stuck.
Hello!
And alas, we have found Raven Lane. We'll take the middle path, which takes us through the woods. Now, these monoliths are fairly important, and take note of these symbols on them. They'll come in handy later. So, because this has 3 dots for the sake of ease, we're just going to call it monolith number 3. This would be number 2. And there is yet another one over here. They're not of interest to us right now, so we're going to carry on along till we reach the edge of the forest.
What's this?
is a pretty creepy letter.
This must be Ager House on Raven Lane. Good afternoon.
Oh, you startled me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have...
Oh, no, it's my fault. I was miles away, somewhere between spring and summer.
You should be complimented on your garden.
Oh, thank you. It's both a burden and a joy. It feeds us and provides much of what we need.
You sound like a witch.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, no, I meant as in a Wicca or chemist.
I see. Yes, I guess you could be right. I do create many charms and potions from petal and leaf. Such pretty young things.
Is that horrible letter meant for you?
Oh, don't. That silly old codger. He should know better. His affections upset my dear Robert, bless him. He's a sensitive soul.
Robert?
Oh, where are my manners? I'm Katherine Carswell. My husband Robert is in his workshop, fuming at present.
Why is that?
He's convinced I'm going to run off with the farmer.
And are you?
Oh, goodness no, smelly man. I'll get no joy from Robert until he's calmed himself.
How will you do that?
Via his stomach, as always.
I can smell cooking.
Ah, that'll be the broth. I'm making lunch. Why don't you join us?
I'd love to. What's on the menu?
An old favourite, 7 pigeon and nut broth. It's an Anglo-Saxon recipe.
Really? Now there's a thing. Is it, well, edible?
Good heavens, I should hope so. Perhaps you could help.
I'm not exactly a TV celebrity chef, though.
TV chefs? What's that? You've lost me.
Oh, not to worry. Where do we start?
I'll pick some more of these bay leaves while you read the recipe. It's in the kitchen, past Jasper the Parrot.
I'll have a look around, if you don't mind. This must be Jasper, the parrot. Maybe a mockingbird instead.
These symbols are fairly
It's been
important.
washed smooth by heavy spring rain.
Take note of them, write them down if you have to. And as Nigel just said, this is spring. As far as I know, this is an actual recipe. I've never tried it, don't ask me, but we do know that we have to find garlic, chives, wood mushrooms, cob nuts. That's our job. Oh, and also, there is yet another symbol here.
The patterned stone is heavily cracked. Probably frost damage.
So what goes with frost? That's right, winter does. Now we're going to start from the furthest item away, which is all the way back on the rail tracks. And that would be garlic. If you know what garlic flowers look like, this is a big giveaway.
Wild garlic from the stream.
Cob nuts are also here. This is a little tricky, you just have to wander around a bit.
Last winter's cob nuts, picked from the tree.
We'll be heading back into the woods again for the mushrooms. Here they are.
Woodland mushrooms.
One last thing to get is chives.
Fresh chives, picked from the lane.
You can also pick a few flowers if you feel like it. I do.
A pink flower I can't identify. A yellowish flower, maybe a dandelion. A springtime flower, maybe a daisy.
Yeah, I just picked those for lulz. Anyway, let's get that cooking done with. But first, let's take a look at the workshop and see who this Robert person is. And here we go.
Excuse me, but can you...
I've told you, silly goose, that I'm not to be disturbed.
No, Mr. Carswell, I am not...
The afternoon post or my lunch is all I'm expecting. Now get to it. There's precious work to be done.
Yeah, you won't get a word out of him until the dinner is done. So, let's get to that.
That's not right.
If you have any ingredients, Nigel, do add them to the pot. Wild garlic, perfectly chopped. Ah, the cob nuts, crushed perfectly. Ah, wood mushrooms, chopped to perfection. Chives, Freshly trimmed.
Is that all? Is the broth ready to stew?
Almost. We need one final ingredient, something rather special.
Aha, tell me more.
We need some hedgerow balm. It's a natural sedative. It will flavour the broth as well as provide a little stress relief. For that husband of mine, he won't notice a thing.
What does balm look like?
There's a painting in the bedroom. Take a good look.
And now we can finally venture upstairs. Also, take note,
The pattern has been bleached by the summer sun.
this is the summer stone. Keep it in mind. And this would be balm.
This must be the soothing balm. I think I saw some. Yes, in the hedge. I already have this. A pink flower I can't identify.
Hang on now. I forgot where you get this. Ah, here we go.
This must be the soothing balm.
So you just chuck this right into the pot. You don't need to go to the chopping board.
If you have any ingredients, Nigel, do add them to the pot. There, it's ready to stew. It will need a good 2 hours in this stove. You look exhausted. Put your feet up by the hearth, and I'll put the kettle on.
Having eaten, Robert Carswell may be more accommodating.
Catherine's kicked off. Right, in the next video we're going to talk to Robert and then examine the monoliths that we found in the woods. We have a use for them. Until then, I will see you all for part 13, so stay safe everybody.